competitions during the 34th Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair, January 18th and 19th, 26th and 27th, and January 31st through February 2nd. Cheer on royal knights as they joust for their lady's honor. Then wander through the marketplace where hundreds of artisans sell their medieval wares. Information at hogtownfair.com. Come one, come all to the Hogtown Medieval Fair, funded in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County.
Good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. We just finished up news bits there to the top of the hour. And now in the studio, I've got Martin Suter, Homeland Optical Technologies, Ocala Palms.
Good
morning, buddy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm so happy it's Friday.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Me too. I like Fridays. I don't work weekends at all. I think you work weekends. But...
I do. But nonetheless, I know I'm going to be off in time for the big game, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, that's good.
I've kind of had this tradition, this whole football season just kind of worked out like this. But I love boiled peanuts.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And I got my 2-year-old son into liking boiled peanuts. Mm-hmm. And it became this tradition where after I finish up work, I'd go pick up some boiled peanuts, and whatever the primetime game is for 4 o'clock, it's peanuts and football.
Right.
So hands down, I know one of the big things we're going to have is a whole crock pot full of boiled peanuts for the Super Bowl. Peanuts and football, it's the last one, so we got to make it exciting.
So do you buy the peanuts prepared, or do you do it?
I usually just pick them up at the gas station.
Gotcha.
Yep, the peanut patch ones, like it's say Racetrack or Quick King or something like that. But I'm gonna actually get cans of them. I'm gonna put them, warm them up this time.
The ones I like, the Cajun ones at Racetrack.
Yeah.
Cans. I buy the cans once in a while. Now, my wife and I, my wife ran it. We owned a produce stand for several years.
Oh yeah.
And we boiled, I don't know how many thousands of pounds of peanuts.
Yeah.
Over the years, because it was truly one of the things, you could kind of make a little money on that. It's a hard business,
Yeah.
But there's, the boiled peanuts, everybody loves them, and if you do them right, they come back for them. And, if you can get, I don't know, $4 a pound, they really don't cost that much, and then they cost maybe 25 cents a pound, it's, 50 at the most, but then they double in weight when you boil them, because they get wet.
They do, just like we would. Soaking wet. No, that's good. And I didn't when I first moved to Florida, I didn't really care for them.
Yeah, a lot of people either haven't never tried them or say they don't like them. But when they ask me, a regular one to me tastes like the inside of a green bean is the best I can describe it.
Exactly. Exactly. But saltier and delicious and great with an ice cold beer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now. Yeah, just as a tip to people that haven't done it or have done it and said, boy, that really wasn't good. When you boil peanuts, first of all, it was a solid 12 hours. We wanted to get 12 to 14 hours,
Oh, wow.
minimum, basically, come home at night and start a new batch, on the burner outside, for the next day. So
that's a long time.
Yeah, but the key is, and we learned this the hard way the first time, you do not put salt in them until they're boiled.
Okay. Yeah.
You put the salt in at the beginning, they'll never get soft. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you want to boil them down, real good for at least 8 hours before you put the salt to them.
Huh. So something about the salt.
Yeah.
In itself, keep them from getting that salt.
And it's a lot of salt.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Hey, are you? Have you ever heard of that where you put peanuts in Coca-Cola?
No.
Some people have told me that. They're like, oh, really? It's delicious. I heard it's a Southern thing, too, and I haven't tried it myself yet.
I've been down here since '91. I haven't heard about that one.
Yeah, peanuts in your Coca-Cola. I think it's just, as you sip it, it's just something that you end up chewing.
Right.
And it makes it worth it or something, or the taste. I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I can't knock it.
Nope.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Anyway, boiled peanuts is a good choice, and they're not terrible for you. The salt's a little bit bad, but the rest of it's not, not terrible for you. So, I like the wings and everything else that I try to avoid anyway. But
I read somewhere where it said that most Americans, when it comes to a Super Bowl party or Super Bowl Sunday, that they're likely to consume 11,000 calories that day. Does that sound right? That's a lot of calories.
That's a lot of calories.
That's a lot of calories. But then I guess when you add it up, how much would one chicken wing calories have? Probably, what, 35, 40, 50 calories?
Something. I'm trying to remember because I know the numbers. I'm trying to get them in my head because I look at them, the breaded versus non-breaded on calories at Publix, which is double, by the way, when they're breaded.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to say it was like 1,800 on the box of 10 wings, so that'd be what, 180.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 380 or something on.
159.
Yeah.
What was I say? I said somewhere in like 40s, 50s range.
Right. 180. Yeah. And then if it's
eat a dozen wings, you're already a third of the way there. Incredible.
It's
incredible.
They have a lot of calories.
Yeah. Oh man.
Now, of course, if you go and buy them non-breaded and then non-fried and put them in the oven, they're not going to have that many.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as bad.
But I mean, I've cut back on carbs over the last 4 years. I probably lost 40 pounds, I'd say, in 4 years.
Is that right? Just cutting out more of the carbohydrates?
I didn't cut them out. I just cut them back, man.
Yeah, it's hard to just.
I still have Italian in my blood, and pasta and the pizza, and all that stuff. But I don't eat near as much, and it's, I don't know. It's just habit now. Like, yesterday I was in a hurry, so I went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Not name drop, but anyway, I went to a hamburger joint, but I get a cheeseburger, fries, and a unsweet tea, and I only eat half the bun so that I can eat them fries,
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Moderation.
Stuff like that. So that's it. It's really more moderation than anything. As far as any diet is moderation, except for those weird ones where they say, oh, yeah, you can eat 10 pounds of meat a day as long as you just eat the meat.
As long as you just eat the meat.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's the moderation and the carbs that really, the stomach was having a hard time going away, and it was really the carbs that that did it. And I really only did it because the doctor said I run a little sweet on my test,
Ah, gotcha.
And I said, I don't really eat much sugar. He's like, well, then it's the carbs, man. They make sugar.
They make sugar, yeah. So kick it back a little bit.
Anyway, I'm still running a little sweet, but
Yeah.
I don't want to start those pills either. So.
What would you say your go-to dessert would be?
Well,
thinking about, like, all right, Super Bowl party, what would they have? You cookies, brownies. What's your go-to?
I'm kind of a cheesecake or a key lime pie guy, I guess.
Ah, there you go.
Something like that.
Anything pie. I love all pastries.
Yeah.
I don't eat candy. I don't like candy very much, chocolate
candy.
Or candy.
Right.
But man, pastries, pies. I don't like cakes as much, but pie, oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll
pies,
put
cookies.
BOGOs on over there with the, I forget the name brand, darn it. Anyway, they do cheesecake and key lime.
Yeah.
And you get buy one, get one free. It's just a lot of calories. But the nice part about those is they're frozen, so you can just pull it out, cut a piece, and put it back.
Put it back, yeah.
And it lasts, a long time. But.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a little break, and we come back. We're going to talk some technology.
Technology, all right.
Yeah, we're going to see some things that change, and we're going to go from there. You got it. You're listening to WOCA Ocala. We'll be back after this.
You just have to say it's a happy day. The old ticker hasn't been clicking and your kicker hasn't been kicking, but the hospital you can now leave. To rehab you can now cleave. The folks at Palm Garden you got to meet, you can tell their services cannot be beat. Working with nursing and therapy all day, you're gonna get better the Palm Garden way. Find out what the Palm Garden way means to you by taking a tour. We're located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Cloudy with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon. High today 74 to 78. For tonight, cloudy and mild with a passing shower, low 61. Tomorrow, a shower or thunderstorm possible, high 72 to 74. Sunday, plenty of sunshine, high 66 to 70. Monday, sunshine and nice, high 72 to 74. Tuesday, pleasant, sunshine through high clouds, high 77 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian Nick.
Friday the 31st at 9:30 a.m., our special guest will be Scotty Plant, owner of 12 Rounds Boxing Gym. Boxing is an excellent way to keep in shape while building your self-reliance. Scotty says there are only two kinds of people in the world: the ones that work out and stay in shape, and the ones that don't. Which one are you? Learn about the gym and get your boxing questions answered. That's this Friday at 9:30. This interview will give you a whole new perspective of keeping in shape.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
And we're back. You're listening to 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. I've got Martin Suter in the studio here. Homeland Optical Technology, Ocala Palms.
Yep.
Bada boom, buddy. So we were talking a little bit about Super Bowl prep and snacks and all that stuff. Now let's get into the wheelhouse of technology. So what's new? What's new in the areas of technology here with Ocala Palms?
I think on your news you had mentioned they fired up a rocket and it had 60 satellites in it, in one rocket. So I have to assume that that's going to be for the 5G.
It said here, SpaceX successfully launched its fourth batch of Starlink satellites.
All right.
The Falcon 9 rocket made its third flight with the launch. Lifting off, it carried 60 Starlink satellites for SpaceX growing constellation, the second such launch by the company this month. And it says, it doesn't really go into what those really are, in a way.
Kind of calling it a SpaceX Skylink still, huh?
Skylinks, yeah, interesting. Interesting overall.
But if that's the fourth, that would, my math says that's 240.
Excellent.
If they do that, so
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, excellent. And
so 240 satellites.
240. Isn't there already a lot of stuff up there to begin with?
Yeah, it's my understanding these are low orbit.
Lower orbit.
You know, very low. Or not. They're going to be in between the real ones, and you guys in the airplanes and all that stuff. Somewhere up there in low orbit, I think.
Let me see if I can pull up. Hey, I guess. Let me see if I can pull up what some of these Starlink satellites look like and how big they are.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Well, the lower orbit, like you said, and then they kind of have like a. Doesn't really. That one's a little interesting for the listeners out there, just kind of seeing what some of these 60 Starlink satellites look like. And it looks like just, I don't know, just like a piece of metal with a solar flap on the back of it.
On it.
Yeah. Communication satellites. But like you said, the theory is that maybe this is exactly for that 5G.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, it's got to be for communications, Hopefully there's not cameras in those things. I don't know. A lot of times they don't give you a lot of details. But
we'll keep that for Red Eye Radio Coast to Coast later on.
Yeah, that guy, they can work on that one. But I'm sure there's a lot of them up there with cameras. But hopefully these, we're getting to be. And again, I guess the low orbit is safe, I guess.
Yeah.
Airplanes can't get there. Right?
No. Not ones that fly regular passengers, not sure.
Just that one that goes up and gives you 5 seconds of gravity free.
Yeah, yep. What do they used to call that? Oh, shoot. Something with puke.
Yeah. I'm sure I probably would. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's interesting. And, that's... I remember Jim talking about that there's going to be thousands of those up there. And they're basically just low orbit satellites, so that instead of using a cell tower, that 5G will be using these satellites. So
interesting. Now, how does that reflect to where you guys are at there in Ocala Palms? Does that connect the dots?
I mean, I don't know about connecting my dots, but it it's been a concern of mine. I think I said that to you before, for a few years. I mean, eventually you're not even going to need cable.
Right.
You'll be able to pull the video and internet, all of your streaming and all that stuff will most likely just be done with your tablet or your phone or whatever. So
yeah, that'll be interesting. And that's where you kind of see, we talked about that, I think, was it last week or the week before, that, that's obviously the trend, is that you're getting farther and farther away from the hardwired stuff, and everything is via Wi-Fi, via signal, now satellite signal, that carry that in itself.
Even look how far the Bluetooth stuff has come,
Yeah.
as far as personal,
Which is fascinating. I was, I was selling phones back in 2008 when that stuff really started to become popular.
Right.
Because it was carried as an option for some of the phones, and that was the beginning of smartphones.
Right.
And with that, it was kind of just interesting for, hooking up something that was going to play music. Now look at all the stuff we do for, or just the receiver that you can talk.
I was going to say, when it first came out, I was in sales, and I had the little ear thing, driving and stuff. It was good,
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't think you can even see them in your ear. At the time, they were a little bit large, but but they worked good. Used to get a lot of people, man, what's that in your ear?
Yeah, that's interesting. And then talking, like, if you could see anybody on their phone with like the cord, you're like, oh, they must be talking through their headphone. But if they just had that in there, and there was a conversation that they were like, are they talking to themselves?
Pretty much.
They are. Are they talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, they got a Bluetooth in. Oh, okay, I get it.
But yeah, it's pretty neat how easy they pair up, and all the speakers and whatnot that you can do now. And then even newer TVs, have what's called screen mirroring.
Yeah, what's that?
My Samsung has it, and you in my case, I took my tablet, I went to the App Store, and I got the Screen Mirror app for Samsung, and this was last year during the Masters. It was in the morning, and they weren't on yet, but they were on Masters.com. They were on the internet,
Okay, yeah.
And so I took the time to download the app. It took a little while. It was, my wife's like, what are you mumbling about over there? Because it took me a while, longer than I thought it should. But anyway, it was really more of the Masters link than it was, I figured out. But screen mirroring, basically, once you get content on your tablet and you've had that app, you go to the Samsung, you hit the remote, you go to screen mirroring, it tells you to, and you hit screen mirror on your tablet, and it throws it up on the TV.
Yeah.
So now I was watching the Masters, at 10:30 in the morning, and it didn't come on until like 2 or something.
Right.
So.
Because you're watching it through the app, you're watching it on your phone, and then screen mirroring, boom, now it's on the big TV.
Yeah.
And at full HD and all that good stuff.
All that stuff,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And for people that don't see well, if you think about it, you could use that just if you for your tablet.
Yeah.
If you're on your tablet,
Yeah, that's true.
Throw it up on the TV, you'd be able to see it better, because most tablets aren't much more than 10 inches,
And that's now, too, where things are at with some of the apps for the streaming devices, like Netflix. Obviously, there's stuff linked up with a TV or like a Fire Stick or a Roku or something like that. But some people just have it on their tablet because it's more and go. But now, you can flick it to the TV and make it that much easier.
It's pretty amazing. Melissa, who I work with, is Jim's daughter, and her sisters, Jim used to tell them, I can't believe, they set the kids in front of the TV, and they do something, they hit something, and boom, they're watching movies. He said, it's a beautiful thing. I said, yeah, it's.
Yeah. Glad he looks at it that way, by the way, too. Like, it's a beautiful thing. It's not like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, man. And some people look at it like it's intimidating, and then you'll never get it done, or once you get it the first time, you don't want to do it again, or something along that lines. But it's pretty neat what you can do now. But there's another situation where, well, you need the internet to do that, but you don't need a cable.
Yeah.
So.
And that's about the only thing in itself is the bandwidth that's necessary for the internet to stream all this. That's still going to be hardwired in a way. That's
what I hope. That's always been. That's my hope. Is that to achieve the higher speeds, 90 megabits, whatever,
Yeah.
you're going to need a hardwire, but that's what's scaring me about how these satellites, the more they get up there, the more bandwidth they're going to have,
Right.
So,
yeah. We got a caller here. Let me see if we can get him set up. Yeah, good morning. You're on the air, WOCA Ocala Live. You got Martin Suter in the studio. How you doing today?
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm a senior citizen, and basically electronically challenged.
right?
Right now, I think more or less at the mercy of the cable companies, etc., like that. And I do have internet, and I do emails, but I don't do anything else on there.
Right.
And the big thing is the TV channels that you can get on the cable. These people are up in their rates like there's no tomorrow, and I just soon like to know if there's some other way I could go. I would still like to have the internet and basically a lot of the major channels like National Geographic, Discovery. I don't need sports channels.
Right.
I never watched. I was never a sports follower.
Yeah, I like how you said like they're charging the prices like there's no tomorrow. We're literally talking about how there might be no tomorrow with certain cable functions and all that good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Sonny, I think that there are several things out there. The names I don't have with me, but one of them actually is YouTube TV. I was just told the other day that, if you're going to have the internet, there's a YouTube TV for around $50 a month that I don't think it has many sports channels, but you said you weren't interested, but it does have locals, and it does have most of the channels that people watch, so I've been told, for around $50 a month.
Yeah, but I live basically behind Publix for Ocala Palms there.
Gotcha.
And I'm just wondering if you would service that area.
No, we can't go outside of Ocala Palms, so I know it's close, but it's a no-can-do.
Close.
Well, thank you.
That's what I was thinking, but
Right.
I guess that's why they can up their rates, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they have, and back when I started in the late 70s, people like ESPN and, MTV when they started, and Weather Channel used to pay us to put their channels on cable, so.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, we're coming up here to the bottom of the hour.
Yep.
Martin, see, it goes quick.
It goes
always
quick.
Ends up going quick.
Satellites and peanuts.
Satellites and peanuts. Awesome. Well, pleasure, partner. And thank you for the caller.
Yep.
And to the bottom of the hour, we'll be back after this. WOCA Ocala.
Have a great weekend.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The votes today, and there does not appear to be enough Republican support to have witnesses at President Trump's impeachment trial. Lamar Alexander from Tennessee says he's a no, although he says Democrats proved abuse of power.
That leaves Mitt Romney and Susan Collins as the only declared Republican yeses. Lisa Murkowski was still a maybe overnight. Democrats need 4 Republicans to get witnesses. House managers say without them, the trial is a sham.
Fox's Caroline Shively. 3 days ahead of the Iowa caucuses, John Delaney drops out of the Democratic Party presidential race. And the State Department advises Americans to avoid China because of the deadly coronavirus spreading there.
Delta cutting its China-U.S. flights by half starting tomorrow. And American Airlines just suspending service from L.A. starting next week. A pilots union, though, is suing American to stop all China-bound flights.
Fox's Aisha Hosni. America's listening to Fox News.
It's been called shell shock, war neurosis, and battle fatigue. Today, we call it post-traumatic stress disorder, and it affects 1 out of every 5 warriors returning from battle in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Wounded Warrior Project offers comfort and support for warriors with PTSD and all other scars of war, whether those scars are visible or hidden. Find out how to help, because for warriors, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. Please visit woundedwarriorproject.org.
Do you want to learn to speak a new language but don't have enough time? Then you need to try Babbel, the language learning app that you can try for free right now at Babbel.com. Babbel's lessons are just 15 minutes or less, and you can go at your own pace. You'll be amazed at how easy Babbel makes it. Start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Just download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com now. That's Babbel.com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? How would you like to participate in stock market gains, but never stock market losses? Join Josh Simpson for the Retirement and Income Radio Show every Sunday at 8:35 a.m. You can also call Josh now for your free customized retirement and income kit book and a 115-page retirement and income book at 844-450-SAFE-7233. That's 844-450-SAFE-7233.
Florida Cancer Specialist Foundation provides critical living expenses for cancer patients undergoing treatment. You can support the foundation by attending Farm to Table 2020 on February 8th at Castlegate Farm in Ocala. For more information and to make reservations, visit fcsf.org/events. That's fcsf.org/events.
Please join Bishop Jeffrey Askew, along with the Gospel Fellowship Outreach Worship Center Worldwide Ministries at 8 a.m. every Sunday when he brings the Word of God to life. Please tune into WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM The Source. Bishop Jeffrey Askew looks forward in sharing the Word with you this coming Sunday at 8 a.m.
Ocala, Quick Minute News. This could be the final day of the impeachment saga. Florida Republican Rick Scott said last night that he believes that he and the rest of the Senate will vote by tonight to acquit President Trump. A panel of the Florida House panel is throwing bipartisan support behind a bill that would expand the number of students who can use taxpayer-funded scholarships to attend private schools.
Regardless of how they look, regardless of what they make, regardless of their income status, that they're able to give their student a world-class education and set them up for success. And that's what this bill continues to seek to do, to improve these programs so they can be the best they can be.
House Education Chairwoman Jennifer Sullivan says that the bill would allow 10,000 more students to be served under the program. A Jacksonville man could have some insight into a death of a 5-year-old. Dalton Roberts is listed as a witness in the case against Taylor Williams' mother, who's charged with the child neglect. The girl was found dead 2 months ago in Alabama after Breonna Williams declared her missing from the Jacksonville home. In South Florida, the city of Miami Gardens is ready to shine with the Super Bowl in its backyard. Mayor Oliver Gilbert is confident they're doing everything they can ahead of the game to make sure everyone's safe.
You got everyone from the Homeland Security to Secret Service. You got everyone involved in ensuring that, you know, when you come to this game, when you're gathering in these places, that things are as safe as possible.
Gilbert says Miami Gardens has worked hard to make sure residents can also enjoy other events surrounding the big game. For your Ocala Quick Minute News, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
You just have to say it's a happy day. The old ticker hasn't been clicking and your kicker hasn't been kicking, but the hospital you can now leave. To rehab you can now cleave. The folks at Palm Garden you got to meet. You can tell their services cannot be beat. Working with nursing and therapy all day, you're gonna get better the Palm Garden way. Find out what the Palm Garden way means to you by taking a tour. We're located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon. High today 74 to 78. For tonight, cloudy and mild with a passing shower. Low 61. Tomorrow, a shower or thunderstorm possible. High 72 to 74. Sunday, plenty of sunshine. High 66 to 70. Monday, sunshine and nice. High 72 to 74. Tuesday, pleasant. Sunshine through high clouds. High 77 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian Nick.
Friday the 31st at 9:30 a.m., our special guest will be Scotty Plant, owner of 12 Rounds Boxing Gym. Boxing is an excellent way to keep in shape while building your self-reliance. Scotty says there are only two kinds of people in the world, the ones that work out and stay in shape, and the ones that don't. Which one are you? Learn about the gym and get your boxing questions answered. That's this Friday at 9:30. This interview will give you a whole new perspective of keeping in shape.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
The Hogtown Medieval Fair, funded in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County.
Load up the sticks, people. Children 12 and under are free. There'll be craft and food vendors, demonstrations, children's activities. Again, that's February 8th and 9th for the Denellen Farm Days. For more information, call 352-472-2703. A Tin Roof Shack production.
And good morning. We're back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. In the studio, like we've been advertising here, I've been putting it on a little bit more in the morning. We've got, we got Rick. Scotty's on his way. Rick Mendy, 12 Rounds Boxing Gym in Ocala. Welcome, partner. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. So we were talking off air just a little bit about what you guys see yourself doing with this gym, what the gym is about, you yourself, and how you got started with boxing at 14 years old, you said?
Yes, sir.
Incredible. Tell me a little bit more about the gym and within the community, what you guys plan to do and why you got it started.
Well, we got started because it's something I always loved. I was always very passionate about it. As a kid, it kept me out of trouble. It always kept me from getting myself into trouble, because I was always either too busy training or getting ready for a competition. So it kept me from getting myself into trouble.
Yeah.
I met Scotty. Scotty he had the gym here in Ocala. He already started it, but he didn't have a coach. So we met, and we kind of hit it off. There's a little chemistry there between me and him. So we started with the gym program, and what we're doing is we're doing everything from professional fighters, amateur fighters, people that want to lose weight. We have a lot of women that are coming in to want to do it for cardio training, to lose weight, exercise. We have older people that come in. It's even been shown that boxing actually even helps with Parkinson's. People that have Parkinson's, it actually helps slow the progression of Parkinson's. So there's a lot of benefits to it. There's a myth about, everybody thinks about boxing, you go in and you get your head banged up, and that's not necessarily like that. When we do it, there's always a coach present, so there's always instructions being given. They wear headgears. They wear a mouthpiece. They wear a groin protector. We use 16-ounce gloves, which is very padded, so that way there's no injuries.
Is that the average weight of the gloves, 16 ounce?
For sparring, yeah. Usually, if they're heavyweights or they're big guys over 250 pounds, then just to be on the safe side, we'll have them wear like maybe 18-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
Because it reduces less of the impact with the big guys. But it's all about safety, and it's trying to give the youth. A lot of kids here in Ocala don't have a lot of stuff. There's not a lot to do here for kids. There's a lot for baseball, soccer, softball, stuff like that, football. But there's some kids that can't afford that, and this is it's a way of it's economical. We work with people as far as the prices are concerned. We've had people come in and say, look, we really can't afford a membership, and Scotty's the kind of guy that he's all about helping people and helping the community. So I've seen him a lot of times. He'll just say, hey, we're going to waive the, don't worry about the membership, just come in and sign up, and, so.
And then work that out later, so that way
right.
you can give them an opportunity. And you basically, that's what you guys are doing. You're giving an opportunity for the communities, for some of these younger kids to have a chance to be part of something. I think that's what it is. When we mention the word community, it's got some vague details. We just assume that the area that surrounds the city, but the community is the people, and it's giving people chances, like you said, even for the youth, to kind of have something to not necessarily work towards, but just something to work on, to give them something in the background that gives them a foundation. Right? Yeah, and that's good stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have, for example, there's, he's not really from here, from Ocala. He's from Citrus County, right up to, right down the next county over. His name is Drake Banks. He's a young man. He started boxing when he was a young kid. His dad had his brother and his sister all into it.
Yeah.
And he ended up, he's actually right now ranked #1 in the country as an amateur. He just went to the Olympic qualifiers to compete for the Olympic qualifiers. Drake is about 19 years old. He's a great kid. It's like, you can't ask for a better kid. And he's, hopefully, if this kid makes it to the Olympics, he's going to be representing the United States of America, a kid from right here in the local Central Florida area. His sister, Angelina, she also competed, and she won several tournaments. And today she's a Florida Fish and Wildlife officer. So, it produces good kids. It doesn't, it helps. It keeps people. It's not just there's a myth about boxing that it turns, people into bullies, and that's not correct. It's the opposite.
Right.
It does the opposite.
Right. I guess the misconception is the idea when we think of ourselves in a situation that may be dire, like just a circumstance that makes us feel uncomfortable. A lot of times I've noticed with many people nowadays, and maybe this is my opinion with social media and certain things, I think we as humans have a little bit more difficult time with confrontation that's being dealt with when we have somebody else who doesn't agree with us, or even nowadays, even something simple as a political conversation can become so polarized that it becomes confrontational. And what you're saying is, it's like, hey, that's not what boxing is. It's not to be confrontational and have to punch somebody in the face. Right. It's almost saying, hey, if you've already been hit before and this is something you work on as being a boxer and have experienced that, this gives you a foundation to kind of let things roll a little bit easier.
Right.
Gives you an opportunity to deal with certain things like that in life a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Now, what at the gym specifically, what are some of the things that you guys offer? Not just punching a bag or sparring in itself, but there's a lot of other stuff that you guys offer.
Right. We do that. We have boxing. We give boxing lessons from just working out, hitting the bag, the correct way to hit the bag, the correct way to use the equipment, up to competition, up to professional if they want to turn pro.
Wow. Yeah.
We have a couple pro fighters that we train. Also, we're now implementing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a very popular sport now. We have a women's self-defense class that we're starting. It's going to be called the Women's Street Survival Defense. It's actual incapacitating techniques that's going to help a woman be able to defend herself from a man.
Absolutely.
We don't teach her to fight a man. She's not going to be standing there toe-to-toe with the guy, because realistically that won't be, I mean, in some cases, they might. But in most cases, that would not be practical. It wouldn't be realistic.
Right.
So what we train these women is techniques that's going to incapacitate the guy, to give them time to get away or jump in their car and lock themselves in and drive off, or run into a restaurant or somewhere where they can get help. It's going to incapacitate the guy for several minutes and give her time to get away. So it's stuff that really works. It's not, it's not going to be kicking and punching, and it's not going to, because that's not realistically, that might just anger the bad guy more than what it's going to do. So this is stuff that's going to really incapacitate him. It's stuff that's going to really work. It's been proven. It's a technique that I taught police women. And police women use it when an assailant is trying to take their gun. and trying to disarm them. And it's a man that weighs, 6'2", weighs 220 pounds against a female that's 5'5", weighs 120 pounds. She's got to be able to stop him to get her off of him so she can draw her weapon to protect herself.
Awesome.
So it's stuff that works.
Yeah, and them skills to do it. Jiu-jitsu is becoming one of the mixed martial arts that's becoming more and more popular. I got a great friend of mine years ago that had done jiu-jitsu, got me interested in it in itself, and he became a jiu-jitsu instructor. And I got a student of mine who's working on becoming a flight instructor that is heavy into jiu-jitsu down in Orlando. And I think what's fascinating about that, it's along the same almost foundational items that you're saying, that boxing gets a bad rap in the idea that it's punching somebody in the face, but no, the bottom lines there is just like some of the foundations of jiu-jitsu. It's a way to organize your defense. It's almost like what you can do to think the process through about what it takes to be in that situation. That is exercise. That is something that you're training your body to do and everything like it, which I think is excellent.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you here. This is something I'm kind of interested in myself. I've never boxed myself. I've never I punched a dummy bag a few times.
You should come in and try.
I really want to.
We also have kickboxing. There's kickboxing. There's and then we have MMA, which is the whole MMA. It's the whole, from the stand up to a takedown and then the grappling. It kind of encompasses everything.
Yeah.
But we have one guy that his name is Coach Albert. He does the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu part. We have another guy, Dustin. He does the MMA part. I do the boxing. And then we have another guy that's going to kind of encompass everything. So, you can get it either in groups, or you can kind of take the whole course.
Yeah.
The women's self-defense. We have yoga also for ladies. We have boxercise, box aerobics.
Right.
We have Joyce. She's one of our female instructors for the aerobics and all that. So we do, whether you want to lose weight or firm up for the ladies.
Sure.
If they want to gain weight, some women want to gain a little bit more weight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a weight program. We have the facility has a complete weight system that you can do almost a complete bodybuilding workout. So we have bench press, incline, decline, squat racks, you name it. We have it there.
Yeah. See, this is interesting. Now, where are you guys located?
We're it's 200 484 in Marion Oaks.
Okay. Yeah. In Marion Oaks.
Right. Yeah, right next to, right between Bellevue, and it's right in that area there.
Awesome. Now, you guys offer, we don't need to go into price detail and everything. They can contact you for that, but you guys offer lengthy memberships and everything. With the memberships that you get, are they like an inclusive thing, or do you individualize memberships for certain things? Like if you just wanted to go there for the women's self-defense, is that just optioned, or do you have to be a member to be able to do that?
We cater to the customer. Our goal is to make the customer happy. If we have ladies that just want to do the yoga, they just pay for the yoga. We got some that want to do everything, and so they can take the package, the package deal where everything's included. They can take the boxing. They can take the kickboxing, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the boxercise, the box aerobics, the yoga, the weight training. So it's up to them. Some people want everything. They want to be able to have instructional and everything, and others just want to do the yoga, and they're just coming for the yoga. We have some that just want to do the lady self-defense.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was talking to a lady yesterday. I was telling her about the program. I was at Applebee's. I went to go get something to eat, and I was talking to a lady about it. And this is kind of a sad situation, but she was telling me that she might be interested in taking that. And she seemed very, what's the word? Like she was very, almost like sad. And I asked her, I was like, you okay? She's telling me she's the victim of domestic violence. And she, she's tried calling the police, and the cops always say, well, call us if something happens, or call us, if he hits you. Yeah. And she's afraid that one day he's just going to, the husband is going to one day go overboard and hurt her real bad. So she told me, I'm in fear for my life, and I really want to take that class. So I gave her one of our flyers, and I told her to come in. And as being a retired police officer, I also gave her some other legal advice on things she should do just to cover herself. But I it's sad, but unfortunately sometimes you have situations like that where a woman is being battered, and she doesn't know what else to do, and she's afraid for her kids, for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this is going to be stuff that really, really works. It's proven out in the streets by police women out on the road who confront bad guys all the time, and it works. It's really effective stuff.
And that sounds something like you guys are passionate about. That's what you're bringing. Almost sounds like the full purpose of the gym is to give these opportunities for people to get into something that's going to effectively improve themselves.
Right.
Give them an opportunity to improve themselves and see results in improving themselves.
Right.
It's fascinating. I read a little snippet, I think this was yesterday or a day or so ago, but it says that, January is the month of New Year's resolutions. And a lot of people start their dieting and their exercising. Yeah. This is an unbelievable number, but it said that only 13% are still left by February continuing their goals to lose weight and exercise. And then by April, it falls down to where there's only 7% left of the people who started diet and exercise for their New Year's resolution to still be in the gym and everything, and it just weans off from there, because by summertime most people are distracted doing something else. But what your guys are saying is that there's opportunities to get exercise that isn't as mundane as just running on a damn treadmill.
Right.
There's more to it, baby. There's a lot going on within this gym that gives you an opportunity to almost subconsciously get the workout that you need to keep the excitement going, so you stay with the diet, you stay with the exercise, and you can see results as the months go on.
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you go in there and you do these exercises, not only are you exercising, you're learning how to defend yourself, but you're using muscles, you're sweating, it gets hot, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
And then the good thing about this is that what happens to a lot of people with that, about what you were saying, is that they get bored or they don't see results. You go, you sign up for a gym to lose weight, for example, and you go to, I don't know, let's say you go to a gym and you start working out for 3 months, and you might lose 5 or 6 pounds, but then you you reach a plateau and you don't lose no more, and then they get discouraged and they're like, whatever, and then they quit.
And then it's easy to say, well, since I haven't lost anything, I'll go have an extra couple wings on Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Yeah. Well, with our program, the thing is that there's so many variations that we guarantee that you're going to lose weight, because if you start doing, say, for example, the boxer size, and you reach a plateau, you talk to your coach. You tell us, hey, coach, it's been over a month and I haven't lost any more weight. Then we're going to change the program. Then we might put you in, instead of box exercise, I might put you in box aerobics.
Okay,
or I might have you doing kickboxing. You're going to be kicking, and or maybe we have to add some weight training, a little bit of weight training. So we'll do a little bit of half an hour of aerobics and half an hour of weight training. So we have. What makes this gym so unique is that we can modify it to your personal needs. So you're going to see results. You're going to definitely see results.
Interesting. Well, that sounds pretty good, partner. For those who are interested, that's 12 Rounds, a boxing gym here in Ocala. The address was 200 Southeast County Highway 484 in Ocala. You can reach them. That's 352-575-9000. And you guys have a website there. What was the website?
That's right there.
Yeah, what is I got? 12 Rounds, the number 12, 12roundsboxing.com. You can find more on the website there. And there's lots of information to look up for them, and they're offering quite a bit. And like I said, this is great stuff. We're coming up to just having a few more minutes left, my friend. I let us go a little bit longer there since we were waiting on Scotty, but it doesn't look like he's popping in. But it's been a pleasure to talk to you, Rick. I was telling the listeners, I think it was today, and in lieu of the beginning of the premise of what we're going to be doing with the show and having you guys in, last week I had the rest of the day thereafter here off after the station, and I was able to catch on TV Rocky. The original Rocky.
Right.
And what's fascinating about this is I had seen it as a kid and stuff like that, but what I'm getting at is that Sylvester Stallone got his start. Now, this guy actually wrote that movie. He wrote the screenplay. No one wanted him. Right. They wanted to offer him $500,000 for the script. But he goes, no, I need to be in this myself. I need to be the actor.
Right.
And when I see that movie, now knowing that, and knowing that he gave up like the sacrifice of selling his best friend, his dog, and all this stuff that goes into it, it lit a different fire in me watching it this time from start to finish. And it's kind of ironic that you guys now come in advertising like you are. This is something I'm going to look into. Now, with that being said, what would you consider one of your favorite boxing movies?
My favorite boxing movie, I would have to say, is probably going to be Rocky.
Yeah.
You know, because Rocky, it shows the life of a fighter. It breaks it down, and it's from the beginning to the end.
The best part in that, and I guess with all the other Rocky movies, 2, 3, and 4, I love 4 because it had to do with Ivan Drago from Russia.
I
break you. Yeah. But in the first one, he lays on the bed and he talks to Adrian, and it was right when he went and saw the ring. And before the night before the fight, and all it was about, and I'm getting chills thinking about this, it wasn't about winning. It wasn't about beating him. It was literally just, can I go the distance? Have I proven to myself enough that this boxing that I've been doing, that's laid a foundation for me for most of my life, now having this opportunity, which a lot of people don't get, can I seize the opportunity and at least go the distance?
Right.
Didn't matter about winning. Can I go to distance?
Right.
And that resonated with me just a little bit in a different way. But great stuff, man. Yeah. Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. For those who have more questions and comments about it, like I said, you can reach them 575-9000. They're located at 200 Southeast County Highway and 484 in Ocala, Marion Oaks. And thank you for coming in, guys.
My pleasure.
I would almost say that I'd like to have you guys in again at some point and talk about it, because I want to.
Look forward to it.
I want to kind of jump into that a little bit myself.
Looking forward to it.
We appreciate it. When we come back, we'll be hopefully getting a remote phone call from Joe about the Veterans Stand Down, and carrying that from the 10 o'clock hour, and then finishing it with Trader's Paradise. So go ahead and stay tuned. You're listening to WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Today, debate over whether to call witnesses at President Trump's Senate impeachment trial. 2 Republicans say they'll vote yes. It would take 4. Lead impeachment manager Adam Schiff with an offer.
Let's cabin the depositions to 1 week. In the Clinton trial, there was 1 week of depositions. And you know what the Senate did during that week? They did the business of the Senate.
Jay Sekulow, defending the president, says a vote for witnesses means at some point
this body will say this has to come to an end. And they will say, aha, it's been brought to an end as we were about to get the key evidence.
With no witnesses, the trial is expected to be over tonight or tomorrow. 3.5 years after voters in Great Britain voted to leave the European Union, that officially happens today at 11 p.m. their time. Then there's an 11-month transition period to work out trade, travel, and work rights issues. America's listening to Fox News.
Pros like you start with Lowe's to help take you and your business to the next level every day, and at the right prices too. Stop in today and check out our selection of Little Giant ladders, including the Little Giant King Combo ladder. It's the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder for only $159. An all-in-one ladder that lightens your load and makes it easier to get any job done faster. Speaking of fast, need supplies in a pinch? Order online at lowesforpros.com and we'll have your order ready for pickup at the Pro Desk. For this job and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Do you want to learn to speak a new language but don't have enough time? Then you need to try Babbel, the language learning app that you can try for free right now at Babbel.com. Babbel's lessons are just 15 minutes or less, and you can go at your own pace. You'll be amazed at how easy Babbel makes it. Start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Just download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com now. That's Babbel.com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? How would you like to participate in stock market gains, but never stock market losses? Join Josh Simpson for the Retirement and Income Radio Show every Sunday at 8:35 a.m. You can also call Josh now for your free customized retirement and income kit book and 115-page retirement and income book at 844-450-SAFE-7233. That's 844-450-SAFE-7233.
Florida Cancer Specialist Foundation provides critical living expenses for cancer patients undergoing treatment. You can support the foundation by attending Farm to Table 2020 on February 8th at Castlegate Farm in Ocala. For more information and to make reservations, visit fcsf.org/events. That's fcsf.org/events.
Cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon. High today 74 to 78. For tonight, cloudy and mild with a passing shower. Low 61. Tomorrow, a shower or thunderstorm possible. High 72 to 74. Sunday, plenty of sunshine. High 66 to 70. Monday, sunshine and nice. High 72 to 74. Tuesday, pleasant. Sunshine through high clouds. High 77 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian Nick.
Friday the 31st at 9:30 a.m., our special guest will be Scotty Plant, owner of 12 Rounds Boxing Gym. Boxing is an excellent way to keep in shape while building your self-reliance. Scotty says there are only two kinds of people in the world, the ones that work out and stay in shape, and the ones that don't. Which one are you? Learn about the gym and get your boxing questions answered. That's this Friday at 9:30. This interview will give you a whole new perspective of keeping in shape.
And good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. All right. And now we've got Joe on the line from the Veterans Stand Down, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Joe, how's it going?
It is nice out there. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, listeners. I'm broadcasting live, as he said, as Adam said, from 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard. You can't miss us. If you are a veteran, or you know a veteran that has a question, just doesn't know where to turn, stop here. We've got approximately 40 different vendors here that are here to assist and help you. Apparently, someone said they're doing eye exams. I haven't seen that one yet. But we have the Florida Elks Club here. We have Caliber Homes here. We've got the Trinity Baptist Church that's given away, this is the second or third year they've been here, free haircuts, as no one left behind. The list goes on and on and on. Speaking of lists, next door at the library, there's 3 rooms. It's a joint office for homeless, housing and interfaith and Salvation Army, ID and clothing vouchers.
Yeah.
Freedom medical screening and life stream for medical health, and the VFW auxiliary handing out clothing. Okay? So that's just a tip of the iceberg. And we're going to be talking with you for about a half hour, so I don't have to rush through any of this.
Yeah.
This is for you as a veteran. So if you know a veteran, have them come here. It's till 3 o'clock, like you said earlier, Adam, 9 to 3, and we're here to help. I'm on the board with Vets Helping Vets USA that most everybody knows, and I'm the executive director right now. And it warms my heart, almost makes my eyes leak, but I'm holding that back because this is something that they do it once a year. I wish they could do it twice, but once a year you come out here and you get your questions answered that you're not sure about. And it's just a little. They've got people from the VA clinic here. Let's see. The Vet Center and Blind Service. Langley Dental is somewhere here. I haven't seen them yet. Good Shepherd. Career Source, CLM. The Department of HIV, STD screenings and flu shots. Meadowbrook is bringing water, and they have their own tents. It says here. Salvation Army food truck. The haircuts. We have a political person here. We have the police department here, of course. Department of Transportation. That is pretty cool. The Department of Transportation's in there, and I didn't expect them to put that big of a display up there. But yeah, so all the questions about, when you come off active duty, you might not have a license anymore for the state that you're living in, or you might decide to come in here and move from one state to another, and you want to know how you're going to get your license. So they have all those answers right here, right now. Ocala for Jesus is here. You might hear the music in the background, and it's the big blue tent there, and on it says, "May we pray with you." So Caliber Home Loans is here. In the resource room, all VA Functions and Volunteers of America. Iris Baxley is here. Women Veterans in Crisis, and they do good work. They help the battered women. That's the easy way to put it. They do battered women right here. Youth Insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, United Health, then of course senior services. Now there's a lot of veterans that are from Vietnam era, and there might be a few from World War II that are still hanging in there that might need help. Marion County Legal Services, here's one. If you're looking for a job, Border Patrol jobs. We've got caseworkers with the VHV, which is Veterans Helping Veterans USA. We have the Lions Club is here. The tax collector, George Albright, he's not here, but his employees are here. For election supervisors here, Wesley, and property appraiser, the College of Central Florida here. And there's the Appleton Museum Display and Activities. That's just a partial list. I can just go on and on.
Yeah.
But
Now I was going to say, that sounds like a lot of our community here in Ocala doing good by what they can for our vets.
Exactly. And like I said, they're here from 9 to 3, and I'm going to be here till 3 also. And if you have a question, and now there's someone manning the phones in there, so if you have a question, if that agency that you're looking for is here, or directions how to get here, if you're not familiar with it, just give them a call, 352-433-2320. Again, it's 352-433-2320, and they can direct you how to get here. Nice and easy. This is on a bus line.
Excellent.
Are you still there?
I am still
Okay,
here,
there you
Tony.
go.
Excellent.
I thought I lost you for a minute there. Oh, hey, what happened? So, if there's any questions from a veteran, please don't hesitate to stop by. I understand Salvation Army's here, and they'll most likely won't put their feet to the fire, but they're just looking at me. Usually they make lunch, and hot dogs and hamburgers. So if you get here by lunchtime, but like I said, go in, just talk to the people. You'll be surprised on the information that they can supply to you on a cordial, easygoing attitude. That's it. Because everyone here all appreciates the veterans. And Hospice of Marion County is here. And, that's towards the end of life when they take care of people. You have a different thing. The Veterans Cafe, enjoy conversation, coffee. All veterans are welcome. So if you just want to stop by. Right now, I'm just walking by. So, mission, honoring your life story is our life's work. Values, compassion, dignity, and honesty. They strive to provide the best possible service for their customers. Are all our ducks in a row? That's their logo.
Yeah, and that's excellent.
That's the good shepherd. That's the good shepherd.
Yeah, and that's the point. That's what a lot of this is. I like how you mentioned, just like even for some folks coming back from deployment, like even offering just the advice on what's next, what you can see yourself doing with the logistics of the day-to-day stuff, like as simple as a driver's license, to all the way for the spectrum of veterans, like you mentioned with the Vietnam War, just something simple as a haircut that
Yes.
is getting done there.
And they're taking advantage of the haircuts being done.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a new one. The FloridaElks.org is here, and they have a youth camp. They have therapy for children's therapy services. It overcrosses because a veteran comes in, he has a child, maybe that child is fallen ill, and they help. We got the Veterans Christmas Party they go on, the flags for fallen veterans here, the wreaths across America they have here, all these benefits. Donates for Christmas, so they have a little sign here. And, of course, this is Elks Lodge 286. I shot off on 36th Avenue right here in Ocala. I'm getting directions. 25th, yeah. I should know. I go there every Wednesday morning for breakfast. So, this was... Okay. And they found a home. They're showing me the pictures of a homeless vet. And they went shopping with them. And there's different pictures of different veterans where they step forward and they make welcome home kits. Now, this is the Elks Club right here, number 286. And these young ladies are helping. And Pam is the chairperson. You better believe it. She's the veterans chairperson. She's helping veterans. That's going in my all these fancy ones go in my top pocket here, so I don't lose them. And they thank you, and they said thank you for your service and dedication to our company, our country. Gee, I got company. It says, "Dear American hero, I am not certain as to how to express my gratitude for all you have done to secure my freedom. Please accept this simple card as a small token of my appreciation. A grateful American citizen." And that's something. And they just hand the card. Yeah. And they come through. So are we to depart to a break? I don't have my clock on me right now. Let me look.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how the weather was.
The what?
I was going to ask you how the weather was.
Well, the weather. The weather is holding up good. I see airplane way up there. So no rain. Stop by. We'll be right back right after this break.
You got it.
Please join Bishop Jeffrey Askew, along with the Gospel Fellowship Outreach Worship Center Worldwide Ministries at 8 a.m. every Sunday when he brings the Word of God to life. Please tune into WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM The Source. Bishop Jeffrey Askew looks forward in sharing the Word with you this coming Sunday at 8 a.m.
Cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon. High today 74 to 78. For tonight, cloudy and mild with a passing shower. Low 61. Tomorrow, a shower or thunderstorm possible. High 72 to 74. Sunday, plenty of sunshine. High 66 to 70. Monday, sunshine and nice. High 72 to 74. Tuesday, pleasant. Sunshine through high clouds. High 77 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian Nick.
You just have to say it's a happy day. The old ticker hasn't been clicking and your kicker hasn't been kicking, but the hospital you can now leave. To rehab you can now cleave. The folks at Palm Garden you got to meet, you can tell their services cannot be beat. Working with nursing and therapy all day, you're gonna get better the Palm Garden way. Find out what the Palm Garden way means to you by taking a tour. We're located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
And you're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA Ocala, 96 FM, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We were talking with Joe out at the Veterans Stand Down today, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard, State Route 200, Ocala, Florida. Joe, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Adam. It's nice to be back. We're getting a lot of publicity coming on here. We're getting more people coming in, and like I said, If you forgot it was today, it's today. It's the standout. We're here at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala, right next to the library. Things are happening in the library here to put some spaces for there, with spaces for us here. If you need someone to pray with, May We Pray For You is here. And there's a lot of people. We're going to go on now. There's a sign. It's a cardboard sign they just put up there. And it says, we have electric wheelchairs, scooters available. Ask one of us for help. So if you need help with that, there's no charge. There's no charge. Need some snacks? They got snacks here. We got cupcakes here. This is from Caliber Homes over here, and they're hanging in there. The fellow veterans, they give them thumbs up. They look at me. They're strange. Yes, I'm live right now. Yeah, we're broadcasting live. That's all right. And one of the board members, the treasurer, just said, well, Joe's here. Yeah, we can talk to them after. The American Legion here, of course, post 210. There we go. There we go. Like I said earlier, City Watch, if you're interested in volunteering to help our community, now you don't enforce, you don't engage, you're the eyes and ears for the police department. So if you see something, if they see something happening, they can give tickets out for those stickers that park in the disability without the disability sticker there. They're going to put a ticket on your car there and smile when they leave. And I'll smile right behind them. But they're the ones that are out there patrolling. They're the ones you see at the festivals that are directing traffic, that are helping the flow of traffic. Those are the men and women that are there, and they need volunteers. So,
and you said
with pride.
Yeah, you said with the flow. I was going to say, Joe, with the flow of traffic, anybody who's thinking about, like, okay, they've got it worked out really well. You even said for parking. So if you're not there yet and you're thinking about going, they've got it worked out really good to direct the traffic to get you parked.
And the requirements are quite easy. You got to be 18 years old with a valid Florida license, be a law-abiding citizen, and complete. They have specialized training for you. Successfully complete an application and background check. And volunteers, you have to put in at least 12 hours a month. 12 hours a month. That's 4 hours a week, not even. 3 hours a week. 3, 6, 8, 4. So they're there. Just shaking hands and not kissing babies, just shaking hands. But the Appleton Museum is here, like I said earlier. You can't miss him as soon as you walk into the building. He must have paid extra for this prime spot, I'll tell you what. Yeah. The Ocala Lions Club is in Route 116. There's a little note there. Red Ribbon Week, a healthy me. Someone's coming behind me. I stop very seldom. There we go. So we're now inside the building, so it might be a little more noisier as I go along here. We're going in, and now we're talking. We always once a month the VA clinic comes on the air with us, right?
Right.
Here I am. I see 3 smiling faces, and none of them have gas, so it's all smiling faces. It's the Ocala Vet Center, the Readjustment Counseling Service, Region 3A. I'm just reading right off the thing. North Florida, South Georgia Veterans Health System. And if you feel a little stressed, they come here, relax, then they'll take your blood pressure. And if it's out of the roof, then they'll say, okay, are you seeing the doctor at the clinic here? No? Boom, they'll sign you up to get you all squared away. VA is defining excellence in the 21st century, so go right there. And the Volunteers of America are here from Florida. So stop in. If you're a veteran, you know a veteran, bring them in. I'll be here till 3 o'clock. They'll be here till 3 o'clock. It's approximately 10:23 in the morning right now. So you have plenty of time to stop by here. 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard, right next to the library. You can't miss the big blue building there. So stop by, say hi. They're all smiling. Nobody's mean here today. We have a lot of people coming through here that are Hires Baxley is here. She's smiling back there with her wheel. You can win a free koozie drink or a weekly pill, dog food, whatever. They got all these crazy things they're giving away. Just spin it. Then over here in this other booth, we're saying this is George Albright, the Marion County tax collector, and they smile. You can't be mad at them as being a tax collector. Do right. They don't ask for more. They just ask what they need. And the Marion County Election Center, they're here also, and they're smiling. And nobody, like I said before, nobody has gas. They're just smiling at me. They're all happy. So we're going to continue on. going down. See, I'm inside right now.
Yeah, they're happy to
I'm
help.
working.
That's what it is, Joe. It's not the laughing gas. They're happy to help, and they got a smile on their face to welcome the vets and what they need and assist with what they need. Good stuff.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Now, right here, I'm standing in front of the door of the Disabled American Veterans Post 82. I just spoke to the gentleman in there, and he has been to Tallahassee. He's been in Washington, D.C., trying to get funding for him for what he does. He's here. I hardly ever see him here because he's always out trying to help people. Stop in and say, oh, he's smiling at me too. Oh, no. Okay. Stop in and say hi to him. We've got a lot of things. The Young's Health and Life Insurance Incorporated senior health specialist specializing in Medicare plans, health insurance, and life insurance, and final expenses. Stop in and see them. Hi, Scotty. How are you? There he is. He's got a voice as deep as me. Or I have a voice as deep as him. I don't know which one's older, so, you know. So we got the Disabled Veteran Outreach Program. We got a free diabetes screening. The Ocala Lions Club is doing that. Legal Services, Marion County Legal Services is here. You stop in and see them. So all this is happening in here that we keep trying to Border Patrol, job opportunities. Oh my goodness, they even have that here for veterans. So there's so many people here that are available. College of Central Florida is here. All these people are here for one purpose and one purpose only, is to help a veteran. So if you're a veteran, you don't know what you're up to today, come on down to over here from 9 to 3. If you know a veteran, tell them to come on. And let's say you know a veteran and he doesn't have a way, and you have a car, drive him down here. It's not that far. We're right next to the main library. And Vets Helping Vets is hosting this here. We're in the facility, and it's good stuff for good people. So come on down. Again, if you're a veteran, you forgot it was today. Well, here we are, and we're gonna be here till 3:00. It's not raining, and if it rains, everything will be moved indoors. We have a lot of it indoors right now, but a lot of it's outdoors. We keep rolling back and forth with more things happening here. It is, and you meet good people. Again, every time we do this, like last year, I met a lot of people I didn't know. I got to meet more people that I had to know. You can apply online. The census people here, yeah, I mentioned that on the way in. Excellent. So, visually impaired services here. They're here. They have the gigantic phone with the gigantic numbers on there, and they can explain to a veteran how they can help a veteran, what programs are available for a veteran at cost or at no cost, whatever it might be. They can actually come here, and they have all the answers for you. So, if you are a veteran or you know a veteran that is visually impaired, tell them to stop by here 9 to 3. That's at Vets Helping Vets USA, next to the Veteran Services, next to the library. Big blue building. You can't miss us here. It's a good day. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just nice. So I just love it when they see a veteran, they all smile.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And they mean it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just standing in the background. A lot of them don't know me, who I am, what I'm doing here, or whatever. But it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
It hits you where it should hit you. You know, and it makes me being proud to be a veteran. But then you see all the men and women that have served, and I'm hoping to see that gentleman I met on Wednesday. His name's John, and he's retiring today from the Navy. I would like to see now. Here's a gentleman. He's wearing a hat. It says, "Once a Marine, always a Marine." So he's opening up his candy now. He's going to get his munchie quick, his energy. He's going to grab onto this walker and continue on.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll. And they got some. Like I said, they had some munchies here, and they got free coffee outside here, and they got water if you want to water. So come by, seriously, come by if you have time.
Excellent.
If you don't have time, make time. Doggone, it's done once a year, and like I said, the services are outstanding. You know, building a healthier community, Florida Health. I'm going to go on that bus just to see what that's about, and I'm going to. I just want to see. I'm gonna look. I know a lot that's going on, but all it takes is one thing I didn't know, and then I can help someone else.
That's right.
Do you know? Because I meet a lot of people what I do, and every veteran that needs help, doggone if I can help them. I went to a hardware store last year and started talking, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm a veteran. Do you know? I said, yes. And this hardware store is half a mile from here, not even. So it's, they didn't know how to do it. They didn't have the veterans card. They didn't know how to get the veterans card. And that's a no-brainer. That's an easy one to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, don't be left behind.
And Joe, you said the weather's it's pretty good right now there too.
The weather is beautiful. The clouds are parting a little bit. You can see the blue sky behind it. Everybody, stop by Veterans Helping Veterans USA. It's called the Stand Down. We'd appreciate it if you stop by or tell a veteran to stop by. This is Joe Martone, broadcasting live from Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you very much, partner. So like he said there, folks, the Veterans Stand Down, 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard, State Route 200 in Ocala. They're going from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. All the benefits that he was talking about for our veterans. If you know a veteran, tell them about it. Going down there, the logistics to get parked is easy. The way they direct traffic to get you in there and get you help. We're coming to the bottom of the hour now. When we come back, we'll have Ocala Magazine. And we'll be going from there to wrap up the last half hour of our last day of the week here on Friday, last day of January. We want to thank everybody listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA Ocala 96.3 at 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. And we'll be back after a little break here at the bottom for Ocala Magazine, OM Radio. You got it. WOCA Ocala.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Today, debate over whether to call witnesses at President Trump's Senate impeachment trial. 2 Republicans say they'll vote yes. It would take 4. Lead impeachment manager Adam Schiff with an offer.
Let's cabin the depositions to 1 week. In the Clinton trial, there was 1 week of depositions. And you know what the Senate did during that week? They did the business of the Senate.
Jay Sekulow, defending the president, says a vote for witnesses means at some point
this body will say this has to come to an end. And they will say, aha. It's been brought to an end as we were about to get the key evidence.
With no witnesses, the trial is expected to be over tonight or tomorrow. 3.5 years after voters in Great Britain voted to leave the European Union, that officially happens today at 11 p.m. their time. Then there's an 11-month transition period to work out trade, travel, and work rights issues. America's listening to Fox News.
Pros like you start with Lowe's to help take you and your business to the next level every day. And at the right prices, too. Stop in today and check out our selection of Little Giant ladders, including the Little Giant King Combo ladder. It's the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder for only $159. An all-in-one ladder that lightens your load and makes it easier to get any job done faster. Speaking of fast, need supplies in a pinch? Order online at lowesforpros.com and we'll have your order ready for pickup at the Pro Desk. For this job and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Do you want to learn to speak a new language but don't have enough time? Then you need to try Babbel, the language learning app that you can try for free right now at Babbel.com. Babbel's lessons are just 15 minutes or less, and you can go at your own pace. You'll be amazed at how easy Babbel makes it. Start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Just download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com now. That's Babbel.com.
Denellen Farm Days Antique Tractor and Equipment Show is February 8th and 9th, just 6 miles west of Denellen on County Road 40. It's fun for the entire family. Entry is just $5 each, or $15 for a carload up to 6 people. Children 12 and under are free. There'll be craft and food vendors, demonstrations, children's activities. Again, that's February 8th and 9th for the Denellen Farm Days. For more information, call 352-472-2703. A Tin Roof Shack production.
Ocala, quick minute news. This could be the final day of the impeachment saga. Florida Republican Rick Scott said last night that he believes that he and the rest of the Senate will vote by tonight to acquit President Trump. A panel of the Florida House panel is throwing bipartisan support behind a bill that would expand the number of students who can use taxpayer-funded scholarships to attend private schools.
Regardless of how they look, regardless of what they make, regardless of their income status, that they're able to give their student a world-class education and set them up for success. And that's what this bill continues to seek to do, to improve these programs so they can be the best they can be.
House Education Chairwoman Jennifer Sullivan says that the bill would allow 10,000 more students to be served under the program. A Jacksonville man could have some insight into a death of a 5-year-old. Dalton Roberts is listed as a witness in the case against Taylor Williams' mother, who's charged with the child neglect. The girl was found dead 2 months ago in Alabama after Breonna Williams declared her missing from the Jacksonville home. In South Florida, the city of Miami Gardens is ready to shine with the Super Bowl in its backyard. Mayor Oliver Gilbert is confident they're doing everything they can ahead of the game to make sure everyone's safe.
You got everyone from the Homeland Security to Secret Service. You got everyone involved in ensuring that, you know, when you come to this game, when you're gathering in these places, that things are as safe as possible.
Gilbert says Miami Gardens has worked hard to make sure residents can also enjoy other events surrounding the big game. For your Ocala Quick Minute News, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Florida Cancer Specialist Foundation provides critical living expenses for cancer patients undergoing treatment. You can support the foundation by attending Farm to Table 2020 on February 8th at Castlegate Farm in Ocala. For more information and to make reservations, visit fcsf.org/events. That's fcsf.org/events.
Cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon. High today 74 to 78. For tonight, cloudy and mild with a passing shower, low 61. Tomorrow, a shower or thunderstorm possible, high 72 to 74. Sunday, plenty of sunshine, high 66 to 70. Monday, sunshine and nice, high 72 to 74. Tuesday, pleasant, sunshine through high clouds, high 77 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian Day.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
And you're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall and in the studio, OM Radio. Ocala Magazine, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having us. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday indeed. Super Bowl Sunday coming up, too, so I'm stoked about that. Yes, sir.
Who's your pick?
You know, I'm not sure. I either see it being close or I see it being a blowout. And if it's a blowout, I'm going to say Kansas City.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes. But I kind of want to see San Francisco do it, though.
Well, thank you for having us. We're here representing Ocala Magazine, and we have Catherine Wheeler here in the studio with us, and her product is Dapple Up. And I'll kind of let her get into that. But it's a very unique product for horses and that she's created.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. And yes, I do have a company called Dapple Up. It was designed specifically for the horses at Churchill Downs that were being bathed in all these unnecessary chemicals every single day. So I added lemongrass oil, which is a natural antifungal, and then peppermint oil, which is a coolant. It's really good for inflammation, muscles. So it seems to help out a lot with skin diseases. Obviously, it's non-medicated, and with it being with the background in the thoroughbred industry, I've been down here building the market and then also introducing it to other disciplines down here. And it's great for dogs, too.
This is actually the product, if you can see it here.
I got you right here.
I don't know if you can see it. This is actually the product. Which is neat about that, though, because not only are you cleaning the horse, you're also reducing the inflammation, which is a big problem with the racehorses, obviously, because they're out there racing.
Oh yeah, and also, I mean, any horse that's in the stall, a long time. There's even here down here with the sand that seems to cut up the legs a little bit too, and seems to help with that.
So does this just you said, because I didn't know this, it crosses over for dogs also?
Oh yeah, it's really good. I had a lot of people start asking me if it was good for dogs, because horse people usually have dogs, and there's nothing in it that would hurt dogs. I mean, there's only 5 ingredients.
Can it cross
in it.
over to humans?
Well, it's not marketed to humans.
You'll see me tonight, like,
right? The base formula was actually sold to hospitals and nursing homes for bed sores. And I wasn't planning on this, but it was about 3 years ago. I was on the backside of Churchill, and I met a guy. I was selling another product, and I met a guy in the Rose Garden, and we started handicapping. And he had this formula he was selling to hospitals and nursing homes for bed sores. And about 15 years prior, he was friends with one of the state vets. The state vet was like, if this is helping humans, why don't we make a shampoo for all these horses at Churchill? So that's how it got started. Trainers liked it, but then the vet passed away. It kind of went on the back burner. And Mike met me, and he was like, you might be the perfect person for this. And so I met him a couple months later up at Churchill. We had some Dapple Up made up. And I worked with the manufacturer about the oils, too, because I started learning a lot more about the essential oils. So that's, in essence,
Which they
how it
really
got
work,
started.
the essential oils. I mean,
For
humans
sure.
and whatever it may be.
Who is Mike?
Mike Landrum, he was the one with the original formula. So he's up
Was
in
he the
Louisville.
vet?
No, that was another Mike.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
But,
just want to clarify too many.
Yes, I have lots of Mikes in my life.
I don't really have any mics.
Real quick joke, dad joke. So do I. Mike.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh,
Yeah,
all pun intended.
And I'll be back.
Slow on the
I'll be
uptake
back
on the
after this.
mic.
Yes, it's Friday. I'll be back.
It is Friday. Come on, we're gonna get warmed up. So we're excited to have her, and we got Ben who brought her in, and Ben's our managing editor at Ocala Magazine. We're preparing right now for the February issue, which is the Heart Month, and which is obviously Valentine's Day for love, but also it's Black History Month. So our issue is going to be just stock full of great editorial content, and Ben has kind of brought in some unique stuff, and I'll let Ben kind of talk about the February issue.
Oh, we've got a lot of great things in there. We've got an article about a couple that met as it was via online, and they went to Stella's food pantry. Stella's, and they continued to see one another. They have been on 96 dates there, and eventually they ended up getting married about 3 years into their dating. So they've been together for 8 years.
And they're still going on dates.
And
to
it's
Stella's.
incredible. Yeah. They go every month no matter what. Whether they're feeling ill, whether they've had an untoward experience, they still manage to go to Stella's on a consistent basis. So that's one of the stories. We have a story on the Bridges Project, obviously celebrating African American history. That's something that folks might want to check out in the magazine. We've also got a Valentine's Day shopping guide, which is quite interesting. We've also previewed the Latin American Cafe, the restaurant, great Cuban cuisine. We've also done a feature on the Marion Therapeutic Riding Association, and Pam Morrison was one of our guests a couple of months ago here on Ocala Magazine Radio, the executive director.
And we were blessed to be able to go out there and see what she does with these, children that have autism or these have Down syndrome, or even retirees that are kind of down or sad. They get involved with the horses, and it creates therapy. And a lot of it's not even riding the horses; it's just interacting with the horses, and it's kind of changing their whole perspective of what's going on in their mind.
Yeah.
And it just actually just changes and puts uplifting to these kids and people. It was pretty amazing. So I chose her and what they do in our pub letter for that month, which is February coming up, and we kind of highlighting them on what they're doing.
Yeah, awesome. Man, good stuff.
And we've got the second part of the Ocala, 170 years of land development, which people will find really interesting. It will reach a broader audience because it's going to encompass just what makes Marion County and Ocala great. We also have an article on there about glaucoma, about a revolutionary treatment process that's over in Germany at the Severe Center, about how somebody in our local area went over there and improved his eyesight from 21% to 42% in his bad eye.
Wow.
And, the restoration process is something that's almost miraculous. So we've got a deep variety of wonderful stories that people should be able to sink their teeth into, and will enjoy having an opportunity to look at. But the cover story is about the Ocala Family Medical Center and cardiologists, and this keeps in theme with Heart Month, because heart health is extremely important. So not only do we not want to celebrate St. Valentine's Day, but we also want to celebrate healthy living, fitness,
Absolutely.
and cardiovascular health. So
taking care of yourself. And it's funny because that's actually my cousin Jimmy London that's on the cover this month, who is our cardiologist at Ocala Family Medical Center. So it's pretty unique.
Awesome. I like how you tied that in. Not just chocolate hearts or heart-shaped candies and chocolate. There's more to it than that.
Well,
Excellent.
everyone thinks, hearts, and they're thinking Valentine's Day, and it is that, but, it's also for the heart of your health and taking care of yourself and, that type of stuff.
Absolutely, and the good information that it takes to make sure that we stay healthy and do what's necessary to do that.
And, just walking 30 minutes a day is one of the greatest things you can do for your health. And, I find that kind of unique because it's just a very simple thing to take a walk for 30 minutes. It's not too tough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff. Taking a walk also improves the mental health too. Gets that to clear the mind. So
Absolutely.
2 birds in a stone there overall. And
gets everything going.
Right. Anything that's sustained for a little, almost rapid heart movements for 30 minutes is really good. So just walking gets that heart rate up to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
almost a cathartic effect. Really is something that can, as you say, clear the mind and put you in a better frame of mind spiritually and mentally and emotionally.
Yeah. I like that it mentions with February as the heart month, because I had just read a statistic that showed that most people with their New Year's resolutions for diet and exercise, they usually tap out by about this time in January. Right. And it's almost like, hey, hold on a minute. Hey, you might have just quit the diet and exercise because it became a little too hard, or you plateaued. Hold on a minute. February is to tell you that keep doing that. It's healthy
kind
for
of
you to do it.
Resurge your, whatever your New Year's resolutions were.
That's right. They said 13% is all that's left of whom started by, I think it was February or the end of February, and there's only about 7% of who started their New Year's resolutions by March. So it just tails off as it goes. Yeah, something interesting.
Those are interesting stats.
Yeah.
Well, it just, even health-wise, when you take a look at the things that can impact your heart, diabetes, high blood pressure, narrowing of the arteries as you get older, arterial sclerosis. There's so many different things that can impact in such a negative way, and maintaining a healthy heart is critical to obviously going forward with not only your life, but maintaining that healthy lifestyle is something that we should place an emphasis on.
Yeah, actually, most people take more emphasis on cleaning their car and taking care of their car than they do their own body and their own health, which is, kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, that's true. Like they almost have a emphasis on like, oh, I need to make sure that that's put together and everything's good on that. And when I get into it, it smells nice.
Right.
It's your body. Body's a temple.
What about your skin and your heart and your eyes and, your whole healthy of your temple, if you will.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Dapple up.
Dapple Up. That's awesome in itself, the product that you got there. And I had read earlier with my news bits that the Ocala breeder sales themselves had another good season with what they were doing for the community with the horses that they sell. They ended up pulling almost $5 million in sales with less horses than they did last year. And I can only think that that's good right there for all of the training with, like you said, the sand and any elaborate on that again. What was it with
skin issues?
The skin
fungus.
issues, yeah.
Well, and it's non-chemicals. It's all natural.
Correct.
Right.
A lot of these
Correct.
cleaning supplies, you read them, and even for us too. I mean, they're all chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not good for your skin or your body or anything.
Well, and a lot of times we don't think about it, but our skin is our largest organ.
Absolutely.
And you don't have anything to detox. So once that's absorbed into your
And once you
blood,
use it up, you can't go get a new one.
Right.
So you might as well take care of what you have now.
So it's not like when you ingest something, you do have your kidneys and your liver to help detox. But once something's put on your skin, it's directly absorbed.
Well, most people do, but I think mine is pretty much, toast at this point.
But even
we
with
won't get
skin,
into my liver.
you've got multiple layers too, and it's just the top layer that we see. But because it is multi-tiered, just coming up from the bottom, there's probably a lot of contaminants that we're not even aware of that impact our health. So, staying healthy is just, you want to live a long life, you got to maintain this body that we've been given. So
You're only getting one, right?
You only get one.
One shot.
And a big thing with that too, like asked if you guys needed some water. One of the big things I always hear with a lot of people is they don't drink enough water. Something so simple as staying hydrated.
Hydrated is the most important thing.
And it almost feels like even this time of year, it's just because it's a little cooler outside, you don't assume that you're sweating.
Yeah.
But you still need to drink.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's the number one thing. You can't live without water. You can live without food for a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is. But, you go without water, you'll be dead. So it's the most important thing, really.
That made me thirsty right there. I had to take a sip.
On that note, let's have some water.
Excellent. What else would you guys like to talk about as far as anything to plug or
Yeah,
bring up more?
we'd like to just talk about, all the wonderful charities that are going on here in Marion County. We just talked about the therapeutic riding one that we're headlining or putting in the pub letter. But there's just so many charities in Ocala that we've been able to be blessed to have in our magazine and put into the pub letter, that are doing such a tremendous job that these other charities from around the nation are coming in to say, hey, what are you doing? Because you're doing it so well, and we want to copy your model to kind of move it forward because it's working so well for you. Yeah. So, and that just says so much to me about Marion County and what's happening here with the people, because it's the people that are making these charities, not just the concept of, hey, write a check for someone. These people are going out and they're doing things for other people, not just for themselves.
Right.
And to me, that says speaks volumes about them.
And one of them, we were just we did the remote with Joe, what the community's doing with the veterans,
Oh, Vets Helping Vets, yeah.
Vets Helping Vets.
He's another one that's a leader. There, other veterans are coming here going, "What are you doing?" He's one of the ones I'm talking about, actually.
Setting the examples for that.
Absolutely, and his model works because he's changing people's lives directly to the community.
Yeah, one of the good ones too is there's an opportunity in Ocala for an event on Valentine's Day to get your teeth looked at and cleaned. For those who don't have insurance, they offer free within the community to get an opportunity to do that. And I've spoken to other people about it. Hey, did you know? A lot of people, no, I had no idea.
I didn't never hear about that either.
Yeah, the Smiles at Heathbrook, I think it's from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. They're looking to give an opportunity for the community to give back a little bit to, hey, if you haven't been to a dentist in a while, they care about the teeth in the community to offer an opportunity to just get them clean or examined for free.
And some people just can't afford it. They don't have the insurance, or they don't have the this, and they haven't had it done in years, and that can take a toll on your health also. It's
absolutely
not good for you.
Yeah. I think there's some tie-in to your mouth health, dental health, that actually does lead to some of the heart risks
mental
and stuff
and physical
that we were
also
about.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all tied in
with what the month of February is for heart, awareness and all that. That's one of the things that I saw was linked, which was an interesting article when I read that one.
It's a different type of plaque.
Yeah.
It's not the same plaque that you have on your teeth that impacts the heart.
Right, as far as
infections that you can have that compromise your oral health can play a large role in impacting your heart health.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And that I learned actually from Jimmy. So I asked him about that.
Well, he would definitely know. He's my heart doctor too. So.
Excellent. Well, good stuff, guys. I ran through the break there because we were a little bit late getting you situated and everything, so I wanted to give you the opportunity to talk about as much as you wanted there. So we usually take a break at the quarter till, but I just wanted to let you guys go on through and everything. But
we know it's Friday and everybody's ready to get out of here.
Just to let it loose a little bit, but absolutely, if there's anything else you guys want to mention or bring up.
I think we're good. We're excited. We're excited that February is coming out, and we're looking forward. We've hired some new writers to the magazine, which are very accredited writers that Ben's been spearheading for us, and we're kind of upping again the editorial. If you'll see, as the editorial's been getting better and better in the magazine, and we're really focusing on getting qualified, accredited writers to write incredible content.
Excellent. Well, we actually have a caller right now. We'll take a caller. Hey, good morning. You're on the air, WOCA. Good morning. Hey, good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live. You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Gareth Vandegrift, and I just realized that we have a new bird club that's forming for pet parrots and finches, and we're having a meeting this Sunday, and I was wanting to invite the public to come out. We meet at the Ocala Police Community Room.
Community Room.
At 402 South Pine Avenue in the Pine Plaza. And I just wanted to take this quick opportunity to invite anybody that loves or has a pet bird to please join us.
Okay, yeah, birds.
I'm sorry, I know I'm way off the subject from horses to this, but it's a last-minute thing. I'm sorry.
No,
that's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Real quick, what kind of bird do you have? I was going to say real quick, what kind of bird do you have?
He asked, what kind of bird do you have?
Oh, what kind of bird? I have all kinds. I have several African grays, eclectus, cockatoos.
Love the African
but
grays.
I'm trying. Birds are declining, both captive bred as well as in the wild. So they're not going to be around a whole lot longer if we don't do something to change it. And before we can do that, we need to encourage the public to participate. So that's my motto.
Excellent.
Well, I was going to say we could use the Dapple Up, cleaning products, but I don't think it applies to birds.
Well, it is pet friendly.
No,
it is?
But most bird people love animals as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And horses. In fact, Ocala had a huge bird population or parrot population when I first moved here in '85, and it was many of the farms and horse people had particularly macaws and cockatoos, and a lot of them have faded away from that for some reason. So, of course, there's not as many farms as there were either. So,
that's true.
But anyway,
well, thank you very much.
That's what I called about.
Yeah, thank you very
have
much.
a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, you take care, sweetie.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, bye.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.
Well, thank you for the call. All right. Birds. Was it a bird? What did she say it was? There, a bird?
Is it gray macaw?
Yeah, she had that. What she was trying to push.
I
there,
wonder if she
Pine
had
Plaza.
any singing finches. So but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had anyone that I know of have used it on birds, but I know it's been on show cattle
Okay.
Dogs, cats, if your cats get bathed.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Bovine, equine, feline.
I've never been around.
Feline. I like that. I like that.
Just so we're clear, I'm going to try it tonight on my hair.
Yeah.
I'm going to dapple up for sure. I could use some de-inflammation.
And it is very concentrated, so a little goes a long way.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Actually,
I come back and I have no hair.
Actually, the bottle that we showed, how long of a supply is that bottle?
So this is a 17-ounce bottle. I just got those, and I'm about ready to bring down some 4-ounce bottles.
Okay.
And the 17 ounces, 1 ounce can bathe a horse or two. So we're looking at what?
1 ounce can bathe a
Oh,
whole
wow.
horse.
That does go a long
So
way.
you don't need very much.
I never think that. So it's that concentrated.
Oh, yes. And obviously, with it being developed for the horses at Churchill Downs, it's mild enough for everyday use, and it doesn't strip the horses of their natural oils.
It's pretty amazing, though,
And
because,
then-
when I used to buy regular horse shampoo for my horses, I would use a lot more than an ounce, to wash them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's concentrated.
And then, like you were saying, it's okay to repeat.
Correct.
It's okay if you continue to do that if you need to, because if the
well,
show
it's not all
horses get dirty.
chemicals and things that are derogatory for the horse.
Yeah,
And
all
then,
natural.
and then the two, the oils that are in there, they're there for a reason. So, and it's not just a little bit. If you ever go to any of the tack shops and smell it, you'll get a big whiff of all of the true, pure essential oils. So and there's no dyes, no color, no artificial anything in there. So,
And that's what's interesting. Even though it doesn't have those chemicals, it's still just as good. A lot of people think if you just do some of the holistic or more natural stuff, it won't get as clean. No, we're saying, like you said, an ounce can go a long, long way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
excellent. Well, excellent, guys. We're coming up to a minute left. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, you guys.
We're all going to enjoy it.
Yeah, you guys got any Super Bowl picks? Who you guys picking? Who do you think?
I'm not picking. It's not. None of those are my teams. Are not Dolphins. So.
Dolphins
pretty
fan.
much, it's a moot point at that point.
Gotcha. I had a caller on the phone, and I had asked him, and he's a Dolphins fan too, so he really didn't care much of the outcome of Sunday's game. But there's a lot on their horizon.
Yeah,
good
I
draft
hope
pick.
so.
They like the head coach. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about you, Ben?
I'm going to go with Kansas City, Texas Tech's Pat Mahomes. So.
Yeah.
Loved his father when he was a relief pitcher for the Minnesota Twins.
Yep.
So I'm going to stick with that, and that's my prediction.
Bada boom.
See, that's why I love Ben. Now I wouldn't even know that.
How about you?
I'm gonna root for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs?
I knew it.
I went to Montana back in November, and one of the wranglers out there was a big fan of the Chiefs. But
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Today, up to 4 hours of debate on whether to allow witnesses at President Trump's Senate impeachment trial. It would take 4 Republicans joining every Democrat to make that happen. So far, at least publicly, there are just 2.
Should the Senate, as expected, vote to reject hearing witnesses, it is highly likely that all 100 senators will cast their votes concerning both articles of impeachment within the next day. And